Hey everybody, it's Christine and happy National International Scrapbooking Day. Today I am participating in a video hop with some other designers from Paper House Productions. And we didn't really have any parameters as far as like we had to use a certain collection. We just had to make a layout. And so I opted to pull out some pictures, some brand new pictures from a trip to New York City last week with my family. And one of the reasons I went this route is because, number one, Paper House has a new travel collection. Number two, they also have an older New York City collection. So I knew I was going to have some good stuff to work with. So my base paper that you can see there is a map of part of New York City. And so I thought that was a really awesome thing to include. Then on top of that, I cut out two triangles to create an hourglass figure. And for that, I actually used some paper from the Marvelous paper pad. Now, the reason I opted for that was, number one, the color matched well with my pictures. Number two, it looked like water. And so I thought, what better way to represent New York City than a map and water? And so I felt like that kind of helped to not only make my pictures pop, but tell the story. So that's why I opted for those two papers to start with. Now you can see I've added two photos, not the greatest photos in the world, but the only full family selfies that I had from the trip. So I wanted to use them. Full family selfies of 6 people is definitely a challenge. So now you can see I have begun to go beyond my base and actually create the layout part. So I added on a cut apart card that says, "Here we go." And then I added my two pictures on, and then I added another yellow cut apart card on the opposite side. Now what I'm doing is I am fussy cutting the letters NYC. This is one of the cut apart cards in the New York City collection. And I had multiple options, lots of sticker options from Paper House, lots of generic travel options. But in the end, I felt like this one worked the best. And it kind of goes like the whole layout is just a unique color scheme, which I ended up really loving. I was kind of like, I'm at this point in the layout where I'm like, but at the end of it, I was like, yes, that works. So that was a good thing. Now, I just happened to have this pink paper sitting on my desk that coordinated perfectly with that "Here we go" cut apart card. And so I'm going to cut a strip of that, and I'm going to use another strip of that yellow patterned paper and tuck those underneath my NYC, because it is kind of getting lost at this point, and it's a good way to bring in some color to the bottom of the layout. And so I'm just going to do some plain old strips and add those on, just one on top of another, okay? So nothing complicated here. Sometimes that's just a great way to make your title really pop, to add just a little detail behind it to bring some color, bring some interest, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and secure those letters on there. And then because I'm already working the black in the back of my background, and because I want these letters to pop a little bit more still, I'm going to use a black pen to trace around my letters. I'm also going to trace around my yellow strip and my pink strip, and I'm going to do lots of outlining on this layout. This is just one of my go-to techniques to make things pop when I don't feel like they're quite popping enough. Another way to achieve this is to just use an ink pad and go around the edges. But you have to think of that first before it's secured. And that is not always my gift. I don't always think of, oh, I should have done that. So that's where a black pen comes in handy to take care of that. Now, while I'm kind of at I have nothing else to tell you right at the moment, I do want to tell you about the giveaway today. So all you have to do is visit each of the channels. There are 4 of us participating, as well as visiting the Paper House channel. And visit each of the channels, leave a comment on today's video, subscribe to that person. Over on Paper House, there's not a new video. All you have to do is subscribe, and then you will be entered to win one of their new collections. They've got a Wonder Woman collection. They've got a Harry Potter collection. They've got this travel collection. They've got a Stargazer collection. So any of those are up for grabs to one of the people visiting today. And this will be open through Monday, May 6th. So be sure to hop around and visit. I'm excited to see what Daisy and Sandy and Christina have also done. So now back to the layout. Now I'm going to do my embellishing. And Paper House is so great for embellishing, particularly on themed layouts like this, where you need some New York stuff. I don't want just like circles. I want to show New York stuff. So I've got the Statue of Liberty there, which coordinates perfectly with my paper from Marvelous. I've got some cameras, I've got maps, I've got all kinds of stuff. So I am mostly using stickers from the Destinations New York set, which I will link you up to down below, as well as the cardstock travel sticker set. And I do have one puffy one in there as well, but these are all, I've got a good mixture of just travel themed and New York themed. I've got that crosswalk symbol, all those things. Now, as I'm looking at it, things are coming together well, but I feel like it's still a little more simple than I would like for it to be. So this is where I consider, I've done my title, I've done my pictures, I've done my whole base. How can I take it to another level and really make it shine and really make it a Christine style layout? And so what I'm seeing is, first of all, I need something up top. I've got a lot going on the bottom. I've got two good visual points on opposite sides of the title on the bottom there, but I need something at top to pull the eye all the way around the whole layout. So I'm going to tuck a little bit of that yellow patterned paper in there underneath, and you can see there I pulled out my Easy Runner Grand. Such a great glue gun. If you do not have one of those already, that thing is amazing. And makes my job nice and quick and easy. Now the next thing I'm going to do is just pull out a big star punch, and I'm going to get some of that pink pattern or pink cardstock again, and I'm going to tuck a few of those in. Finally, I'm going to use a smaller star punch. Yes, I have multiple star punches, and I'm going to use some of that yellow patterned paper to create some yellow stars. Now this is where it went generic, okay? So I've got the good, solid New York feel to this thing. And then I just needed some extra to fill space, if you will, add a decorative element. And so stars were perfect for this. New York City, stars, it fits. Plus, just stars are a good generic thing, like circles, like hearts. You can use them on just about any layout. You can see it's come together really nicely to have a great New York feel to it, I think. And all in all, pretty quick and simple layout. I did not think it was going to go as quickly as it did, but I was really pleased that it did. That's always a good sign, and I had fun doing it. So be sure to visit all the others in the hop today. Have a wonderful National Scrapbooking Day. I hope you're getting some time to scrapbook in, and we will see you again next time.